Hello, I am Miss Smith and I'm just here to give you a little information about our art photography course here at Desk. We run the Edexcel course as it allows our students to have the creative freedom to work towards their strengths and abilities. Students will work through a variety of technical and creative techniques, exploring everything from shutter speed, aperture, all the way to physical and digital manipulations. We break this down into two components. So we have component one, which is personal investigation, which is worth 60% of your overall grade, and we start that in year 12 and run it until the January of year 13. Component two is an external set assignment, which is set from our exam board, and that runs from February until the end of your year 13, and that is worth 40% of your assignment. So breaking down component one, we break it down into three main areas. This is supporting studies, which typically involves your book work. Again, this is showing things from your artist research, development, photo shoots, all the way up to edits and manipulations. We then look at practical work. This mainly encompasses some large-scale works that would be displayed in exhibition. And then we have a written personal study, which is an essay worth 12% of your overall grade. So again, with each outcome, we have a book that supports our practical work, again, which is generated to create a portfolio of work. Themes for the portfolio can be personally generated. These can be based off of skills and techniques and genres that you have explored in your Year 12 Foundation unit. The written personal study is a continuous piece of prose, and again this will relate to artists, designers and contextual sources that you have linked into your coursework, your previous work. Component two again is an external set assignment, and this is an opportunity to further develop ideas and techniques that you have mastered during your foundation unit and during your component one. You'll be given a theme by the exam board, and again it's typically pretty wide open, which means that you are able to explore in a variety of different ways, perhaps in a completely different way that you did with your component one. At the end of this, you will have a 15-hour exam, which is typically carried out over 3 days. And within that, again, you can carry out anything from photo shoots, artist research, all the way down to manipulations and evaluations. The personal study, just to look into it a little bit more in depth, you will be expected to write a personal study, and again is worth 12% of your overall marks. This will link quite heavily in with your component one. Again, if you're looking at portraiture, landscapes, fashion, etc., this will then support your work, and you will be given lots of support throughout the year from both your teachers and from the sixth form team in regards to writing this personal study. So are you suited to the course? Again, we typically have a subject requirement of having a grade 6 in art in order to qualify for this course. However, do not worry if that is something that you do not have. What I would like you to do is you submit a folio of your work to the head of art, the head of photography, and your portfolio will be taken into consideration. As we start with the Year 12 Foundation unit, you will learn all of the skills and techniques that you will need within this unit that will then allow you to develop your skills as a photographer. You'll gain lots and lots of confidence as you work throughout. Art photography requires an intellectual engagement with the subject, so you will be required to have a lot of critical understanding and scrape the surface of what you think photography is and look at it in a completely different way. You will also be expected to have your own materials such as a camera, access to a printer and some basic equipment that you may need for photography, but again your teachers will let you know of this. And what do our students go on to study? So it can be anything from art foundation degrees, editorial and advertising industries, photographers, so whether it is fashion, landscape, studios, commercial, medical. Some went on to be curators, photojournalists or press, and then obviously can go into teaching and lecturing as well. What we also have had are students that have then went on to study at fashion colleges. We have students that went on to study film and photography in Paris, New York, LA and even Greece. What we like to do at the end is celebrate all of our students' achievements with an exhibition which we combine with both art and photography and create a really fabulous cohesive exhibition which we like to do annually. Right, thank you so much for listening and considering art photography. If you have any questions, please let me know and I am looking forward to hearing from you.